What do you see? I see a spot. Oh, wait. No, I don't. I see nothing. There's nothing to see. Hi, Torchling. How are you? You've been busy. What have you done? It was a terrible, terrible dolphin impression, Torchling. Alright. So here we go. I hope I like it, because I don't want to change it. I mean, I hope you like it, because I don't want to change it. I'll let you know what I like and what I don't like. I like everything. It's great. I like the middle part. I like this thing. And I kind of changed a few things. Just the edges here. Never used to be white. Now they are. I think that actually looks better with it wrapping around. I got rid of this extra slope that I talked about in one of the previous episodes. I think this used to be a solid block, and then on the outside of it was a ramp. Something like that. No more. So yeah, I like that. We've got the glass. I like the glass still. I think that worked. So what I did was I tried to figure out how we get this to all come together, I guess. So we have this part that I kind of did a while ago where we curved up. So I'd like that, and basically wanted to try to figure out a way to get this over to the control room, which I think this is going to provide. And trying to figure out how to do the corner piece and get that to connect up somewhere around here. And then also how to do a diagonal. It's always tricky, I find, getting everything to match up. Very tricky to get everything to match up. I don't like this, I tell you. I don't want you, but I don't know how else to do it. Everything else looks worse. So yeah, this I might try to fix or change, just the way these blocks are coming together. I can move this up, but it creates like a texture glitch, and there's a transparency thing. So I figured that was better. And then I'm trying to figure out what to do here at the base too. Getting all this, when I switched this to this block, it kind of mucked up how the base was. So this is what I've got going. Problem with this is I was trying to keep the repair base separate. So grand plan for those that maybe are just tuning in. This is basically we're working on a quarter of the station right now. So just like one wedge of it. Once we get it finalized, we're going to create a crane that will basically replicate it using the blueprint. So we're going to create the other basically 3 sections of the ships using a blueprint and hopefully a crane similar to Xeno crane, but on a much larger scale. So when we're doing that, because we're using kind of an automated welder and we don't want a repair bay in each section of the ship, we want to make sure whatever's here and also whatever we decide to put over there, we can isolate from the ship so that we can take a blueprint without it being there. So I'm trying to do that from below here. So we go under the slab, I'm trying to make it so these blocks don't touch. I'll have to confirm that this indeed does work the way I currently have it, but I could change some slopes. But you can see it's that green stripe between the 2 whites, which is where I'm trying to currently cut it. And let's see if that is okay. Between the green and white. Okay, so that's currently still okay. I actually thought the cut line was here. But if the cut line is here, I think we're still relatively okay, he said, questionably. Except for this. Yeah, I think this is... Okay, there's the cut line right there. So if I have a block like I just had, that's no good. But if I do this, that I believe would be okay and would not actually be connected. And I think that means the repair bay is disconnected. However, I have not actually cut it here anywhere going vertically, nor across, which I haven't really, not sure where I'll do it. I'll probably just do it right here, get rid of that, and maybe put a diagonal. Let's see what's behind here. Okay. What are you connected to? Let's see what's behind door number 2. Okay, so if we did that, going all the way down and all the way up, and then we put this guy back like so, I don't think they would be connected, the two structures. So the left side and the right. I have to confirm that as well. But yeah, I think we could do it there. And then we'll try to cut it probably up here somewhere above the door. That's new. I put a light in and I indented the tube. We'll show you that momentarily. So yeah, I did a bit of work. So we want to isolate as much of this bay as we can. So I'll probably try to cut it somewhere up here if I can. I'm not too sure, to be honest. That might be a bit trickier. But we don't want to cut it like in the middle because it'll create a line. So we want to cut it behind the scenes if we can. Not sure, to be honest. Might be incredibly hard to make a fault line. Anyway, we'll try. But that's the plan. Because then I want to be able to take a blueprint, which I kind of forgot about. So someone reminded me. Thank you. When we take a blueprint to reproduce it with the crane, we don't want any of these structures because they'll be automatically put in. And we don't want that. So yeah, hopefully we can isolate them that way. So yes, this is something I've been working on, just kind of picking away at stuff. So this is stuff we worked on in the stream, but I've taken it a bit further. So we've got our grinders, we're putting them back in so that we can start using this to remove Tortwing's tools again. And maybe hopefully during another stream, I'll set this thing to work again using the Acor timer cube thing. So we'll do all the stuff that we used to have in those timer sticks over here. We'll do it again over there. But yeah, I just threw a light back there because I thought it looked kind of neat. And eventually I'm thinking maybe this might become like a little maintenance area. So you could come back here and I might get rid of this block so that we can actually get past out of yeah, let me through. Whoo. Get rid of you. And then we can come here and we can actually check these things. Although, having said that, now I realize the error in my way. Okay, that's not how you say that. I think I want to move these up top. So having access down here might not be needed. Okay, anyway, we'll keep that in mind. I don't mind having multiple access points all over the ship and tunnels going all over the place. I think that'll be fun. Alright, so we did part of this in the stream and I just finished it up so it's connected. So we should be able to set that up, hopefully, to take off his arms. And then what I'm thinking up here, so gravity does not reach. But when we are in this, this will be where we look into the repair bay, but we'll be standing like this and we can look up, but we'll be able to walk over here too so this thing's not in our way. So that might be where we move all those programmable blocks, is up here and create kind of like a server almost layout. And then, yeah, maybe some button panels and LCD screens and whatnot. Maybe something showing which stage is going on with the repair bay. So like a queuing system or 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of. Who knows? Something we can work towards. Okay, to gain access to here, I've been working on the tunnel. And I've got it up most of the way, as well as the conveyor system. So you might have seen that in the intro there. And I'm using conveyor blocks because I believe these are going to just be buried in armor for the most part. Because we are getting, essentially, this is the inner hull made of light armor. And then we're going to drape this with heavy armor, I think, just in the general shape, however it is. And then we'll try to add in details and stuff. But I think for the most part, we'll just transition from light armor to heavy armor. Maybe you guys can let me know if that's a good idea. So we might do something like that. But then from here, we'll go transition to heavy armor and maybe put a couple layers or something. So let me know if that's a good idea. I think we talked about that earlier on in the series, but I mind some further input from you guys if you're more experienced with that kind of stuff. I'd be interested in knowing. Okay. What's going on there? Beautiful. So this, all right. Let's take a look at some catwalks. So I tried to mock this up and then I decided to just kind of go with it. Got the gravity set really low. It's at 0.04. I didn't even know you could walk around at it that low. They must have changed something. Oh yeah, you can't walk down though. Okay, there we go. Maybe you can. I remember it used to have to be like a minimum of 0.3, I thought. And then it went up to like 0.4. So maybe they fixed it and now it's really low. Maybe in prep for planets. But yes, here we go. So I ended up actually changing this a bit. Originally I was thinking of just going straight out. But I actually wanted this part to be lower than that part for some reason. And this is just how it worked out. Man, it's dark. We should get some lights going. So yeah, this will be access to the control panel, or control room up that way. And we'll be able to look around. We'll be able to go the other way, which will be identical kind of to this way for the most part. Maybe a different color. I'm not sure how we'll distinguish them. But yeah, we can come down here. And then we're going to enter basically through the wall. So this is also going to serve as an airlock. And I set up a little cargo container here so that we can dump stuff off. And it's connected. Who knew? So that goes down through there. And this one connects into that array of conveyors that we saw just on the other side. So yeah, here will be an airlock. Because right now this part of the ship is not going to be pressurized. At least very rarely. Maybe we'll make it possible for it to be pressurized, but for the most part I think it won't be. So this is a little mock-up for a airlock. I don't know if we'll use it because I feel it's a bit cramped. The vents up above. This is just for show. And I'm going to put a piece of glass here. And the other side I'm just going to do the same, or I might put in another cargo container. I'm not sure. We have one right out here. We don't really need another one. And then also out here, there's another one. Where are you? There you are. So there's a cargo on either side of the airlock. We probably don't need one inside the airlock. But what I would like in here is maybe an LCD, which currently we don't have room for. We could opt to just not duplicate the same thing as I have over there, and instead we'll just put an LCD. And that would block that whole area. Yeah, we'll probably do that. And then I could put a light on the floor. And that's probably good. And we'll put sensors on the other side so that we can do the automatic stuff. But yeah, so once we get through here, it'll become pressurized. And then now we could take off our helmet and breathe. Oh wait, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Okay. So here we go. This is going to be our V-tube. Oh god. So it will go all the way through the ship, and we'll have 4 of them, basically in each quadrant, each section, or each wedge. And it's going to run, I guess, basically all the way down. And I like the little door and how it worked out, so I think that's how we're going to get to the repair bay as well, is we'll do a little gravity switch, and then we'll run out, and then we'll be at this height, maybe there'll be an entrance, and then we pop in. Actually, because we want to keep this ship separate, which currently you can kind of see it is. So right now I'm keeping it disconnected. But truthfully, once we're done, this does not need to ever be disconnected. It's just for the reproduction of the ship itself. So once it's all said and done, we don't need to have it be separatable. If that's the right way to say that. We can just have it permanently fixed at that point. So yeah. But I think we can do that here. I think we might have to create either another airlock maybe. But we could create just a tip-to-tip kind of, I think, if that'll work. So we could do something like that. And then we'd have the same thing. Oh. Give me some steel plates. You're not the one to steal stuff from. Oh well. Too late. I did it. So something like that, I guess. And then we'd have maybe double doors. Who knows? That way it's kind of together. And we can go in. We can transfer through. But it's actually separated in terms of the blueprint, hopefully. Maybe. Okay. So yes, that will be one exit out of our V-tube. Will be through here, and that will get to the repair bay. Whether there'll be another one on this side will depend what's over there. Currently where the crane is. I do want to use for our lobster cruiser. I figure it needs a good bay, right? Like a bay for it to come in and park and get repaired and all that kind of stuff. So we could use this one, this section, or even these two sections to facilitate that. But the ship could come in and maybe have a parking area or its own little hangar, kind of right there, kind of similar to the repair bay. As I think she's longer than that. I'm trying to think if she would fit in there if there was another room, basically identical, but here. And yeah, maybe not. But yeah, somewhere we want to have a bay just for, I think, the lobster cruiser, if we can. All right. Back in the tube. So I got the gravity pretty strong in the tubes so that we remain pretty vertical. And since these gravities are currently pretty low, they don't really impact us. So, apparently they don't impact us enough to get off this either. Okay, so it might have to be stronger than 0.04, but I'll play around with that. So going down the hall, I do like the hallway. I think it turned out well, and hopefully we can keep this theme going maybe. Okay, so here, that's going to be slab, and actually we probably want to have an airlock of some kind here as well. So that, because the slab, this part of the slab is not going to be pressurized. So that maybe we could do like right here. So we'd be in maybe just a tiny little room currently. Oh god. So yeah, you come down here, and you go through here, and then you're outside. And here we'll add a vent and stuff to provide some kind of venting or airlock. I think that will work. Oh yeah, I put these LCDs up to basically label the doors, and we'll probably try to have them all over the corridors and stuff, so that when you're going to, like if you were coming into this room, maybe from the top, it would tell you you're accessing the V-tube and the A-slab, and it leads to the repair bay, etc. Who knows? I'm not sure how we'll set it up. But yeah, before you even come over here, maybe, before you even enter this airlock, we could have an LCD here telling you where it leads to and the direct things that are connected to it. So like repair bay, V-tube, and then slab A maintenance or something like that. I'm not sure. Or we just say V-tube, and then anything in the V-tube would be labeled inside of it. So here I think we'll keep going. Right now it stops here, but I don't think we'll do that. I think I'll have it drop even further, and we'll just have it go all the way through the ship. So it'll be pretty much direct access from top to bottom. But we will have it stop here, so we'll probably create another door again, same as before, kind of through these, and then it'll keep going down. The only thing that might change my mind on that is depending where the exterior of the ship ends up. But I think we'll still be inside the ship by the looks of it. Yeah, I think so. So it can come all the way down, and maybe we'll have glass here again, so that when you're coming down this way, you get to look out and see all the cargo containers. So similar to on the slab there with the glass tunnel, so that you can see the control room. Now we'd be able to see all this stuff, so you could tell that you're going through the kind of bowels of the ship or whatnot. And then when you get down here, what are you doing? You're all bent. When we get down here, we'll get to some more of the maintenance area. What is going on? Oh, that's all deformation. So here's where our thruster cluster is going to be. Here's probably where we'll throw maybe some large reactors and create like a reactor room. So we'll have 4 reactor rooms maybe here at the base of the ship. We also want to create some jump drives. So we might maybe, I'm not sure how we'll do it. Maybe we'll have them both. Maybe we'll have jump drives in all 4 sections as well. That way we have redundancy. Or maybe we can find a better place for the jump drives. But that tunnel could come all the way down to give access to those rooms, etc. So I think it'll be good. It'll be our all-purpose tunnel. And then we'll have to still figure out how to bring some of the other catwalks together. Like this guy currently doesn't really lead anywhere. So we'll still try to make use of that somehow. With some other method of travel, I think. Yes. Yes. Alright. So let's go back up here for a sec. So this curves up. I'm not quite sure if I went up too high with it. But I thought kind of having more depth to things would be kind of better than if I just came straight across. And this seemed to just happen with the curves of these ribs. So I just kind of started indenting them and then shifting them up. I tried various methods, but this seemed to work the best. And yeah, I just kind of tapered them up, and that's just, and then I replicated this guy. So he's two 2x1 ramps, 45, and then two 2x1s again. So I did the same thing with these guys and brought them up. And this is just the height it went at. And then I tried to figure out if that was too high, because it's making the control room kind of hang down a bit more than I originally thought it would. But I think it'll be alright. And I'm going to try to hide this so it's not so flat. So I'll probably either curve it up or create some kind of brackets that's going to be holding this up. Energy low. Well, I have been out for a while. Tortwing, save me. Oxygen low. Not anymore. So yes. So now we got to figure out. Right now gravity is being provided by the slab. The gravity's been provided by the control room. It's not really, oops. It's not really what I want. Why aren't you guys welded? Let's fix that. So I would like to find a way to put the gravity on the walkways themselves. There we go. I needed to do that apparently. Needed to be done. Oh, just bounce your way out. Apparently I can fly better when I'm not in the ship or even looking at the ship. Okay, there we go. Excellent. Yeah. So I think I can create a good curve here so it won't look so weird. And I'll actually probably look like the control room's really being hung from the top. And then we're still going to have the main bridge up here. We'll just have a bigger gap between the control room and the bridge, I think. Or it'll be more recessed, I'm not too sure. I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, I would like to create a way to have just gravity on these walkways, as well as just have it so only when a player is on the walkway do we have gravity. That way we're not wasting gravity. And I think, let's try. Can you put a grav gen onto the glass? Not even gonna bother. Oh, cap locks. No need to be angry. I think you can. Yeah, you can. So that might be all we do. I mean, just do something like that. But preferably, you know, like in the middle of the walkway. So like right here, where this thing is in my way. Or I do two of them. And I do have one here. And then over there, and then over there. That wouldn't come all the way. In this case, I wouldn't bother with it. With the height being a bit different, I'd just make the gravity apply to both of those. And then same here, we could probably put it... not sure. Maybe there, but... not sure. I mean, we could keep the control room gravity doing it, as I currently have it. Just means that we're using more juice. The idea is that we wouldn't have any grav gens running unless there's an astronaut or player nearby. So to have this guy basically providing gravity everywhere means I have to have him on probably all the time. Where if I shrink him back down so he's just encompassing this, we can have a sensor that just detects if a player's in, and if a player's in, it will turn the gravity on. And then if nobody's in here, the gravity will be off, and that'll just save us some juice, so we're not burning power for no reason. So that's the idea of doing that out here with the individual. So we'll have a lot more gravity gens, but none of them will be on, or like one will be on at a time kind of thing. As we're running through, it'll turn on, and we'll just make sure the sensor's slightly bigger than the gravity field kind of thing. But yeah, I think I like that. There's also going to be... there it is. I didn't really show this, but there's just a little observatory, I guess. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here, but we'll probably just connect it up somehow with some kind of fluring. And maybe we'll put stuff in here. Maybe we could have a med bay, cryo tube stuff. I'm not sure. Put a bunch of just decorative items or even functional items. I could use another med bay for sure. And various places to like fill up your oxygen and stuff like that. But yeah, here we could look down as well. So you got the control room, and then you got this guy. Guess he's almost like a lookout tower because he's higher than the control room. But yeah, I like it. I think it's all coming together. Things seem to be flowing well enough that I think it's going to work out in terms of everything working together. I'll probably end up moving these guys depending on the length of the tube, and I'll put them in the middle. Or if that's too great a distance for them to cover, I'll divide it with a couple of them. This underneath part, I want to create access to somewhere, because I think it might be fun just to fly through there on the odd occasion. So like if we were in here, I mean, you could get in these. Whoop. Obviously, I don't know what the gravity's doing. Oh, yeah. Oh, almost. We can't quite run down. What if I duck? Is he gonna let me third person? No. Oh, yeah. What if I... Where are you? Where am I? Okay, I have spectator mode enabled, in case you're wondering. That's how I do some of the footage for the time lapses and such. Like the beginning of this one. That was all done with spectator mode and poor flying. And now... Oh god. Nope. Yes. There we go. Ninjas. Ninjas. Well, everybody, I guess this is a good time to say goodbye. Just gonna rub my knee. It's really sore. I just bumped it on the gravity generator. That's a Family Guy joke, just in case it was confusing, because I was stroking my knee and yeah. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching.